Hello and welcome to the Imagine AI Live podcast. I'm your host for this event, Chêrénique, and we are coming to you from New York City at the first Impact event. I have with me a very special guest. Hello and welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, great to have you. Can you introduce yourself and tell the audience a little bit about what you're working on?
Awesome. So my name is Jyot Singh and I'm founder and CEO of RTS Labs. We are a specialized software and data company, now have shifted completely into AI consulting. And it's a lot of fun. So most of the enterprise companies who are trying to get into this kind of adopt AI, we are helping them find strategy, find business use case, and actually implementing them quickly and scaling them as they find those use cases useful. So it's a lot of fun.
So let's talk a little bit further about what it's like for your clients to work with you. What is it like when they're interacting with you and how do they experience the process?
Yeah, so the process is, first of all, I think my job as a company is to help our clients and the leaders in those clients to take signal out of noise. Right now, if you think about it, AI is moving at a really, really fast pace, and it becomes very difficult for them to distill misinformation from real information. And the majority of our clients come in really confused and say, how do I even take the first step? I mean, we're talking about traditional businesses. They're not high-end software AI startup. And it's for them, it's very, very difficult to upskill people, to even kind of create a message around the change what AI will bring. So the first thing that we have been doing is telling them it's not that hard to take the first step. And here's how you can do it. And here's how within a month or two, you will get real results. And then while we're doing that with you, we'll also bring your team up to speed of how to not get scared of the technology, but kind of adopt it to become your companion. So a kind of a cultural shift that we are advancing with.
Yeah, well, I already feel reassured just listening to you talk about it. So I'm sure you do great for your clients.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so how did you get introduced to the Imagine AI Live community?
One of my friends, I think he attended the Vegas event that you all put together, and he said, he really enjoyed it. I think it was really good. And for me, I wanted to go and attend an event that has already been vetted out, didn't want to be the guinea pig. So having a validation from him definitely helped me come. And obviously this is my space. So I basically follow all the news and everything that is going on within AI. So it was a very natural fit for me to come here.
Awesome. Well, welcome. We're glad you joined.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we're here on the Cornell Tech campus, college, university. An interesting question that we've been asking people is, what would you recommend or what advice would you give to students who are going into university and how they can implement AI and tech into their education?
Phenomenal question. And it's very personal to me as well, because my daughter is not in technology. She goes to Wharton. She's in second year. She's excited. And every time she comes to me, Daddy, you're an entrepreneur. Tell me how this works. And you're also in AI, where the world is shifting. And I said, to be honest with you, I don't know, right? And that's a short answer. But one thing I do know as a human, our biggest attribute is resilience. Our ability to adapt is what will make us successful in the future. So if of all the things, there are two things you can do right now as a student. One is try everything. Talk about economics, talk about technology, touch everything, try everything. Get a business knowledge of how the world operates. And then start looking at tools that will leverage, that will make those businesses more efficient. So that's from the student's perspective. And I feel really bad for the colleges and the curriculum. Like if we're not being in the technology world, we're not able to keep up with it. Yeah. I have no idea how the colleges will be able to keep this curriculum going, right? But one thing that I do recommend, if I am running school, for example, teach kids ability to learn fast from all the sources that they get. It could be online, it could be virtual classes, it could be community. And I think that's the only thing that I will say. The art of learning is what I would teach. I wouldn't focus too much on, hey, this is done this way or this is done that way, because everything is about to change.
Absolutely. And what about those that are already in the workforce and now everything is changing? What advice would you offer to them?
Upskill, otherwise you won't be in the job. It's as simple as that. I mean, there are a lot of ways in which people are, some are saying directly, some are saying indirectly. There's some people are walking around. It's confirmed. Like if you don't use AI today, I think you'll be outdated and outsmarts very quickly, because AI today is as good as a PhD person, right? So Now, if you don't have that AI helping you, it could be ChatGPT, it could be Claude, it could be anything, helping you be more efficient, you'll be outdated and outsmart very quick. I mean, it's not a competition. It's like having a buggy with a car, right? I mean, it's not a fair comparison at all.
Yeah, absolutely. So what ways do you use AI in your personal projects or when you're running your business?
I use it on a daily basis to a point where I drive my employees nuts. But I do it and it's a lot of fun. I'll give you a very, very good example. We used to pay a lot of money to our legal counsel. Now, every contract that comes in, I run it by ChatGPT or Cloud or whatnot. And I said, what are the risks I should be worried about? Just that simple example. Before, I would not only pay money, but I will also wait for the lawyer who's typically on vacation or is charging me hourly and going back and forth. I'm not saying it completely eliminates my thing, but at least now I will only use contract, like my lawyers or my counsel, only when I really need it versus these mundane tasks, right? That's one example. The second thing is creating a roadmap for where the company will be going, using AI to be an AI company, like is a perfect example. So communication that goes out, every email that I work on, I run a sentiment analysis and to make sure that it's coming across as empathetic, because I'm a very kind of 1-0 type of guy. Being in the center is important. And I want to make sure that my emails are coming across well, right? Before I will just write the email and that's like, oh, why did I send this, right? So now I run through ChatGPT and kind of fixes grammar, but most importantly, it fixes the intent behind the message. And I make sure that as you age, you also learn, you got to be shorter in your speeches and also in emails. And my goals are always that it doesn't need to be more than 3 lines. So I make the emails to the point and precise, and it just has been helpful. And obviously there are numerous use cases that I can go on and on.
Do you have any concerns about the future of AI?
Obviously, the future of AI is very bright. So I don't have concerns of the future of AI, but I think what you're asking is how AI can be misused. I strongly feel as much as benefit it brings, it definitely brings a lot of issues around governance, compliance, it basically giving wrong answers. So the training part is really important. I also feel there are a lot of company data that can accidentally be put out. And there are a lot of bad actors that are dying to get that information handy. How, obviously, as you all know, people are coming up with videos of people that have not said things, voiceovers, fake videos have become very common. So society would be difficult to manage. One thing that I will leave for this conversation that I've been very seriously thinking about, the society runs on truth. And in AI world, I feel truth will be questioned because you won't know what truth would be. So that's the biggest fear I have. I hope someone comes out with some strategy in making sure that we have truth and governance in a good way, which kind of keeps the society intact. AI is big and will have profound impact on good things, but it also can impact the dark side as well.
Yeah. Let's expound on the good impact that it can have. What do you foresee as the future benefits of AI moving forward?
Productivity. I mean, humans will be hugely productive. Companies will be hugely productive. Companies who won't keep up with this technology and with the advancement, they're not going to be competitive and they most likely will die, but the companies will do a whole lot more. And out of my comfort zone when I say this, but there are things that we don't even know what AI will do, right? And those are the things that I'm excited about, right? If I would have come to you in 95, right, 1995, it's like, hey, you will be buying everything online, right? All your friendship will be online, right? Getting cars online, right? You will be literally looking at me as like, are you out of mind, right? So the possibilities of what it will do in the future is what I'm excited about. And I think people are too hung up on what it is doing now, where it's going to go. But all the creative people that are thinking about how to leverage this technology, where you have such an intelligent companion, co-pilot sitting next to you, think about the creative thing, right? Think about movies, think about technology. I mean, all the impacts that we'll have will be so good for humanity. I mean, I can't even mention like healthcare. I mean, I can go on and on. It's just so exciting to have having a personal doctor, right? And personal dietitian. which will you run it by. I mean, you can do it today, but it will look at your data, look at your information, and it'll give you guidance on a regular basis. Hey, you're doing not crunches enough, right? You should do push-ups, or you should eat grains and this and that. I mean, it's a good time to be alive and see this change being made in our history.
If there's someone listening to this right now that's debating attending the next Imagine AI live event, what would you say to them?
Well, first of all, just like AI, Imagine AI as an event is also evolving, right? You would rather want to come and see where the world is going and collect input from so many other things, which also make you go to other events that might be equally good, right? You will also meet and learn from experts that I've already met, many that I've already shared contacts with. As you know, this is kind of trailblazers here, right? You come in and meet people who are not like on the whether we should adopt AI or not. These people they know what is about to have. So seeing those people and seeing how they're using AI for their applications and personal use and productivity and business use, it's just energizing. So absolutely, I would say, come here if you're on the fence. You will learn a ton. And obviously the speakers have been phenomenal.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining me and talking to us for a little bit today. And I will let you get back to the event. Enjoy.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine.
That's one small step for man.